Welcome to the French Wedding Podcast with your host Naïm, the only podcast in English about weddings in France. Great conversations, tips and insights about your French wedding, some wisdom before your big day, and the opportunity to hear wedding professionals actually living and working in France, only for your day to be the most amazing to remember.
Hello everyone and welcome to the French Wedding Podcast. Greetings from France. This is the place where we're recording this show. I'm Naïm, professional ceremony officiant based in my hometown, Paris, and I created this show especially for future brides and grooms willing to get married in Paris or anywhere in France. Each episode is an occasion to meet a main actor of the industry, can be a vendor such as a wedding planner, hair and makeup artists, bridal salon, videographer, venue owner, bloggers, you name it. This show exists to bring you some insight about how people do things in France regarding the wedding industry, but we also share funny stories, things to know, and special memories when we happen to work together on the very same wedding. Her company, Luciate is considered as the top specialist of the bespoke and refined event in France and all over Europe. She's passionate and secret, and according to her own words, she is in love with love. She is a destination wedding and elopement planner, specialized in high-end, sur-mesure and prestigious events in Europe, and has built quite a reputation over the years in Paris and in Chantilly. So please welcome Anaïde Luciate di Garde on the French Wedding Podcast. Anaïde, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Naïm. It's a great pleasure to chat with you today.
Thank you so much for being here. It's always a pleasure to have people from the industry coming and talk to our audience. Tell us a little bit more about your story first and how everything started.
Okay, so I am Anaïde Luciate di Garde, born in Paris and raised in Chantilly. I am a destination wedding and event planner. I think that we do what we are. So I am convinced that we are born with a gift. We practice to learn a trade, but the passion for something is the most important thing, actually. So I tried so many jobs, and at the end of the day, I knew it was not me at all. I used to be in the tourism industry, first of all. Then I was a client officer, and I was also an office manager, and I was leading with the clients for the business, for the digital company, to give them advice about the commercialization of their service and goods, so on. But at the end of the day, I wasn't really myself.
Fulfilled. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. It was good. It was fun. I learned so much, but I knew that it was always missing something, actually. So I tried to do other things. I stopped a little bit. I traveled with my boyfriend, and the consequences of my meeting with people made me realize that I was actually really good in planning events and celebration in general. And at the end, I switched to the wedding industry.
What year was that? When did you started to switch?
Actually, it was back to 2012, actually. Yeah.
Okay, 8 years ago.
Yes, exactly. It was at the end of my studies, because I studied management and the tourism industry, business tourism industry, actually, and communication. Right after this, I switched completely to the wedding industry. I always forgot to mention that when I was younger, I wanted to become a translator and an interpreter.
Okay.
Yeah, because I love speaking languages, foreign languages. And but since I failed, I didn't pass the exam. I was completely crestfallen, and I began in the tourism and hotels, working in hotels, And I can say that now all this professional background is really useful. Is the best part of me back to those days, Now I know what I want to do. I know what I want to share. And I know what I want to create. That's it.
Okay, so you started with, you wanted to be a translator, and then you started in tourism. And you started then after that your own business called Le Secret d'Indiria. Tell me a bit more about what you do.
Okay, so Le Secret d'Indiria was born in 2017, actually 2 years ago. I wanted to focus about luxury secret event, actually. It is all about intimacy, refinement, glamour, lavish events, and elopements and intimate weddings. So this is the best part of what we do with Le Secret d'Indiria.
How do you define intimacy events?
I define intimacy events. Well, I am really actually inspired by my clients when they stressed the fact that they want something really intimistic and really just they always say, we want Paris just for us. We want my boyfriend and we just want to be us, we don't want to be show off. We don't want to be, the center of the attraction for one day in an amazing background in a castle or something. And I say, okay, so let's move with something really, really actually. I can create something really intimistic in a beautiful hotel or in a beautiful surround in Portugal or in Italy, and it's only just them, actually, or maybe 10 people. I define intimate wedding or intimate celebration up to 10, 15 people.
Okay, so the ceremony is very small, everything is very detailed, and you go through everything with them.
Exactly. Everything is high-end, sur-mesure, really couture. Even for a wedding, this is the same method that Noah and we imply, but actually with the intimate wedding or the elopement, we really center focus about the couple and the sacred the sacrament of their love, actually, even if this is not a religious ceremony. It can be a laic, you know what I mean, right? Because you are a celebrant. And even if this is only a spiritual or laic ceremony, it can be really like a sacrament. And I really, really want to focus on that.
Well, what comes from your website and what I see, all the content that I see from you and your business, there's a lot of poetic vibe, and there's a lot of French and also Italian words like journal intime, which means personal diary,
Exactly.
portfolio, and also your email address, confidence, which means secret. This is your choice. This is your personal touch, right?
This is absolutely my signature. This is all about me. I love confidence. I love secrets. I am all about mystery and love. I am in love with love, actually.
That's nice.
And I really wanted to keep this French touch because I am in love with the French language and the French culture, the French food and gastronomy. Well, I am French, so how can I not be really proud of being French, I want to promote this culture throughout the world, and I think French people are really like this, actually. We want to focus on the French art de vivre. And that's what the clients are really focused to find too.
I agree with that. And you are two people in your company. There is you and there is Noah, right?
Yes, exactly.
Tell us a bit more about her.
Noah and I are like one soul. I really mean it. We are the same and so different at the same time. It's crazy. She's the fun. Yeah.
Why do you say that? I think we would like to hear some reasons why.
Because she's all about fashion. She has a strong personality. She is a mother of 5 children. She is really dynamic. She loves every time. She's not shy at all. I am shy. Actually, I am really shy. I'm really reserved. We both are really passionate and so creative. I am more mysterious. I love the glamorous part, the sexiness and everything. She's more like fashionista, even stylist, she's really artistic focus. So we are different. She has gray hair. I have red hair. She's taller than me, but at the end of the day, I don't have kids. She has five children, but at the end of the day, we have the same vision. We have the exact same vision. And this is completely rare to find someone who completely complete you in this way professionally, I mean. And we are friends also. We are like best friends, and we are like I can say we are an explosive duo. We are all
Okay.
about the Story Secret event, and we are all about positivity, energy. We love singing. I used to play the piano. I sing blues. She loves singing gospel as well. Yeah, that's a really good duo.
That's beautiful. How did you tell me the story of how you decided to do business together?
Well, actually, I was a sumptuous angel. So I used to work with the international top 9 of the wedding planning industry, Jean-Charles Vanek, who is also my mentor. And he said one day, well, Anaïde, you should maybe create something by your own. We are friends also with Jean-Charles, and he has this amazing signature of him, really masculine and really sumptuous. Jean-Charles is all about sumptuousness. And Le Secret d'Indiria is more focused about intimacy, love, So we don't have the same clientele, but to come back with Noah, I really thought back to 2017 that I needed to have someone with me, someone who can share and elevate herself with me. I didn't want to be alone in the full process of creating my company. I wanted to form a duet, I wanted to be a team, a squad, I don't know, sometimes I truly believe in magic, and Noah and I actually met on the social media on Facebook. Really quickly, we decided to meet each other in Châtelet-Léal in Paris. We spent like 4 or 5 hours together
Oh,
speaking. Yeah, exactly. That was so natural. We clicked
right. Yeah.
by the first second. We completely clicked. That this is insane, but that's true. That's really true. And since this day, we never, never, never lost ourselves. Oh, we are always together. We always are together.
That's amazing.
Yes, that's really amazing.
How do you define sur-mesure destination wedding specialist for people listening and not speaking French, for example?
Well, I used to work in the tourism industry. So I used to plan travels, honeymoon, birthday moons, holiday, and city break. I also speak several European languages, so that can help, obviously.
Which language do you speak?
I speak Spanish, Italian as well, English, of course, and French.
Okay.
So that can help, exactly. That can help in Italy, for instance.
Definitely. Because you also do Italian weddings, destinations.
Yes, exactly. I have an amazing team in Italy, in Portugal. So
Okay.
this is really amazing. Yes. Being a sur-mesure destination wedding specialist is actually combining all those aspects of my professional background. I used to work in the tourism and business tourism industry. I switched to the wedding industry. As a destination wedding specialist, I travel every time I can throughout Europe and to the West Indies.
Okay.
Because you know that I am a West Indian.
Yes, you are.
And I have always been able to travel, to stroll and lose myself in Croatia, Greece, Spain, Portugal, Italy. And since I share my life from Portugal and France, it is easier for my clients to trust and help them in the whole process for the destination wedding. So I have collaborators in Portugal, for instance, in Lisbon, Porto, Sintra, and Cascais. I also work with an amazing team in Italy, for instance, in Lago di Como, Amalfi in Sicilia, and everywhere my clients want to go, I am in.
Right. So you're all over the Mediterranean, Europe, West Europe.
Exactly. All about Mediterranean. And I am already planning a stunning destination wedding in Guadeloupe in the Caribbean islands. So this is part of my job too.
That's beautiful. And what do you think is important for you when you create an event such as a wedding or an intimate elopement? When you're working like this, what do you think is important?
Well, we are unity in the diversity. I mean the team, the artists, and the vendors that I am surrounding are most important than me, actually, because we are creating this synergy between various methods, various background, and various ideas. This is the real fulfillment. At the end of the day, it is all about positivity in order to deliver the celebration the client deserves. I think that's the most important things to keep in mind. And then obviously I have those amazing artist portfolio that work with me and trust me. They actually really love me for what I do, and we have the same vision as well. The most important thing for me is to deliver something really coherent and harmonize everything in order to deliver, yes, and to create something really beautiful.
What is the process? People are contacting you through your website or through your Instagram. You guide them through the whole process, which is what you. Where do you start?
Well, they contact me, yes, by mail, by Instagram, by phone, or even from recommendations. Sometimes they just say, okay, you are the only one we want. We didn't proceed or focus on other wedding planners because we love your portfolio, we love your website, and we love your Instagram profile. They chose me. Well, I am the one.
Mhm.
I am not really often put in cooperation with my coworkers, with other wedding planners, because we all have our signature and our branding, and mine is so strong that some clients at the very first look they can imagine working with me or not. So this is the first step. Then I definitely believe in creating emotional connection with my clients. So I obviously call them. We set a Skype or a Zoom or first time meeting with them so that they can see me. It's really important that they hear my voice, but I really want them to see me and I want to see them. So I really insist on the fact that this first meeting has to be with both of them. Otherwise, I will set another one with both of them because I really want to see them. I want to, because my clients are from the United States, Latino America, from Great Britain or Australia, and they are not based in France actually.
Mhm.
So I don't have the meaning to meet with them at the very first time actually. So the first impression is virtual, and I need to create this emotion connection with them. That's really important for me. That's I really want to highlight this because it's important. If they chose me, if they trust me, I am with them. We are a team all together, and we need to click. I need to click with my client as well.
Mhm.
It has to be obvious for them, and it has to be obvious for me to work for them and with them. And then, I will be with them maybe between 6 months and 2 years, maybe 2 years and a half. So if we don't have this relationship, it won't work.
So it's all about creating a relationship of trust from the beginning with them.
Exactly.
That's nice. You also told me the other day that you are also doing ceremony. You're also an officiant.
Yeah, and I love this.
Tell me a bit more about that.
Actually, it happens really by chance because one of my bridal couple once said, so it was 2 years ago, and they said, well, we love your energy, Anaïde. We love your romantic and spiritual spirit.
Mhm.
And we would like you to be our celebrant. And I was like, what? I don't know. And they insisted. They say, yes, you have all for this. You are a really gifted person and really spiritual. We really want you to read something during our ceremony. It was really really short ceremony.
Mhm.
20 minutes. It was just an exchange of vows, presentation by myself. They wanted me to read the poem, and that's it. That was it.
Mhm.
And I said, okay, I can do this. So I did it. And I really loved it because I didn't think that focusing on the ceremony was such a fulfillment. It was amazing. I felt powerful. because I helped those two to exchange their vows and to promise to each other love and eternity. This is kind of crazy, actually, because I am not a priest and I don't have a superpower. I am just a little woman, a
Mhm.
girl, a woman entrepreneur. This very day was actually a day of reference. It was amazing. It was beautiful, early morning, and I just, as I said, I only presented the ceremony, and then I read a poem, and I was happy. I was really, really happy. Obviously, I really wanted to continue this path because I love this. I am passionate about this. The more ceremony I can celebrate, and happier I am. But when I celebrate a ceremony, this is only for elopement and vow renewal, not for wedding, because if I am the wedding planner, if I am the leader, I really want to have another wedding celebrant with me.
Mhm.
I cannot do everything. I only propose this service for really, really intimate and elopements. So that's why I can work with you for other kind of weddings.
Yeah, I look forward to it. And I don't think it's a coincidence that first that you and I met, and also that you end up doing ceremonies when I see how poetic and romantic and addicted to love details you are and all your company is. So thank you very much for your presence today. I wanted to add as a wrap up, I would like to talk about your website, which is indiria.com. I will put it in the show notes. And do you have anything to add or anything to give to the audience today?
Well, Noah and I are really optimistic about what is about to come. We think that we are experiencing one of the biggest challenge of our intimate and professional lives,
Mm-hmm.
but we're really convinced that we will bloom again. We would like and we will be willing to offer our wedding consultancy, a design consultancy as well, and the day of coordination to our audience. So if you book us, you will spare almost 30% for the full wedding planning and design service. So Noah and I, we will be amazed and honored to offer this to a future bride and groom. That would be amazing.
Thank you very much. I appreciate, and I say thank you from our audience. For the people listening, you can contact Anaïde and Noah for your events, celebrations, elopements, intimacy, pure love, and romanticism, and contact them through the French Wedding Podcast to enjoy this beautiful gift. Thank you so much, Anaïde.
Thank you, Naim, for having me, and have a beautiful day.
And you too, and I'll see you shortly. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks again for listening to the show today. You can find more information on our guests in the show notes, as well as my contact and my website. If you have any questions regarding your French wedding, I'm happy to help. Also, please do not hesitate to leave a review for the show. There's also a link for that. That will literally take 1 minute of your precious time and will mean the world to me. I always appreciate your support. Thank you again very much for your time and feedback. Wishing you a great day or a great night anywhere you are in the world. I send you some good vibrations and we'll talk to you again soon for a new episode. Bye bye.